So, for those of you who have been with me since the beginning, you know that I've always had a passion for spirituality and talking about existential stuff. And the last 3 years, I've kind of pulled back from that. And I've done a few recent videos lately where you were like, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this again. Why did you stop? Well, I'll tell you. We're all these like surfers. We're learning how to surf life, the waves of life. And you've got to be intuitive enough to know when to stand back, because otherwise you're just wasting energy unnecessarily. You have to learn how to catch the waves. So I'm not going to spend all this energy when I know it's not time. I'm not. You have to conserve your energy for the future, because remember, the future is existing now. Chapter 12 of your story is in chapter 2. Chapter 12 is in chapter 3. You have to feel it. And when you're in tune with that bigger vision for yourself in life, with your future, you can almost say that you're in relationship with a moment in the future that's going to become physical. Right now, it's emotional. You can feel it. You can sense it. But look at your life as you're connecting to a distant point in time. And you can think of this point in time as your highest potential. It's that moment in your life where you go, oh my God, I've arrived. I've arrived. Like everything has fallen into alignment. That moment has been with you since you were born. And that moment wants to be in relationship with you. So if you train yourself to cultivate a relationship with this moment in the future, and it has to be far apart. It can't be tomorrow. It has to be far apart, because this is how you develop trust. This is how you learn to surf. But when you keep your eyes on this moment in the future, then you can guarantee that it'll happen for you, because nothing stands between you and that moment. It's like a relationship. Nothing gets in the way of you and that moment. But it takes years to kind of peel back all the stuff we don't need. It takes years to empower ourselves so that we can be ready for that moment. But this is how I view life. There's a destiny. There's a destiny. And there's a particular moment in time. It's like a dot. In 10 years, 15 years from now. And that dot is your physical future. And you have to learn how to be in relationship with it throughout the day. Oh, if I'm going to be safe in my relationship, then is this person safe for me? No. Okay, bye. Am I going to be a huge success? Okay, then I need to learn how to conserve my energy. So I'm not saying my moment has arrived, but I'm saying that I'm feeling a resurgence of energy to where I can start to share more of these concepts. But they're going to come from my belly. And that's what I spent the last few years doing, is really integrating my true self. Because you can talk all you want about these concepts, but it doesn't mean that you've become them. You have to become the higher version of you in life. See, a lot of people who are spiritual are connecting to that space. They're connecting to that wholeness. They're connecting to that stream of intelligence, but they haven't become it. This is why when they talk, they close their eyes. Oh, right? Nothing wrong with it. But there's a difference between connecting to that space and becoming that space. You have to become it. The whole point of this reality is to turn thought into things, to turn the highest version of you, that potential, into a physical moment, into you. You have to become what you really are deep down. You can't keep hiding. Oh, I'm going to hide and maybe show an eighth of myself to this guy because maybe he'll like me. It's never going to work out, boo. Never going to work out. You've got to remove the curtains. You've got to show people who you are. So you can be talking to someone on the street and you're uncomfortable, but in your head, you're connecting to this spiritual space. You're not whole yet. You have to become the spiritual space that has the boundary around you, that has that full-bodied quality. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be start talking about more spiritual things because it's what I love. But yeah, it's been difficult for me not to talk about these things for 3 years, but sometimes you have to make sacrifices. You do. There's a fermentation process. Think of kombucha. Think of whatever, spirits, alcohol, right? There's a fermentation process. So in life, you have to conserve your energy. You can't be desperate. You got to understand there's a moment in the future that is telling you, not now. Not now. Save this energy for that moment. Send your energy to that moment. Yes? So you can't always just squander your energy. Just for a few views or a few likes, it doesn't matter. Your destiny is there. Nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop it. The only thing that can stop it is you if you keep getting in your own way. You have to learn to be in relationship with this moment in time that happens to exist in, let's say, chapter 8 of your life. It's a physical moment where you realize, my God, I have arrived. I have arrived. Everything is matching my insides. Everything is matching my insides. I have arrived. But until you get there, you're building it. You're building the confidence. You're getting comfortable in your skin so that when that moment finally arrives, you're like, oh my God, finally, I've arrived. Finally, I'm home. I'm not nervous about this because I've been in relationship with this for 15 years, 20 years. It takes a long time. It has to take a long time. The only way we grow is by being uncomfortable. The only way we grow is by not being desperate, by learning patience. So I'm going to be bringing more of this stuff back. Stay tuned. I love you, and be good to yourself today.